Hello guys, I gave an interview in a company called Key Marketing Company, and this company was located in New Delhi, and the interview date was the 7th January 2023. The interview was based on basically PHP, MySQL and front end. So the first question they asked me unset function in PHP. So unset function is used to destroy a variable or remove a value from an array. For example, you have a variable dollar name, and you are using the unset function and then echo dollar name, so it will give the output of undefined variable. They asked me multiple inheritance in PHP. So I said PHP does not support multiple inheritance directly because a class in PHP can inherit from only one parent class. The restrictions avoids the complexities and ambiguities of diamond problems which can occur in the multiple inheritance scenarios. For example, I made a trait logger and then public function log message, then echo log dollar message. Then another trait I made notifier, public function notify, echo notification. Then mm, I created a class user and then used both the trait logger and notifier. Then public function create user dollar name, then echo user, this log created, this notify created. So these are the traits. Then I created a uh, object called dollar user equal to new user, and user create user name, any dummy name you can put. So the output will be the user name created, logger created name, and notification use has been added. They asked me what is the difference between, or can you compare Java and PHP? So I said Java is a general purpose object oriented programming language, while PHP is server side scripting language designed from the web development. So this was the comparison. Also, I I said Java is a better choice for enterprise level, scalable and performance heavy application as well as app development, while PHP is ideal for the quick and efficient web development, especially for the dynamic website or projects involving CMS platform like WordPress or Drupal. Then they asked me constants in PHP. I said constants are a powerful tool in PHP to define fixed values that remain consistent throughout your script. So constants are defined using the define function or the const function. So we have two methods to define a constant. Either we can use the define function or const keyword. So in PHP, constant are identifier or name for the simple value that cannot be changed once they are defined. They are often used to store fixed value that remains in the same throughout the execution of the script, such as configuration values. Okay. So the next question, they asked me the magic constant descriptions. Can you suggest me some magic constant? So I said line, file, dir, functions, class, trait, method, namespace. So these are the magic constants. They asked me hash in password. So I said password hashing in PHP is the process of converting a plain text password into a secure encrypted version using the password hash function. This ensures the password is stored safely and cannot be easily load, read or reversed. So for example, I have a variable dollar password and then hash password is equal to password underscore hash. Then inside that we'll write the variable password and password be encrypted. Okay. So then we'll echo it, echo hash password is equal to dollar hash password. So verify, if password verify, whatever password you have keep, then password is correct, otherwise password is invalid. So in the case of if you want to check the password, either the password is valid or invalid, so this is a simple comparison you can make in your project. Okay. So they asked me JavaScript in PHP. How do you use JavaScript in PHP? So I said we can embed JavaScript inside PHP code to create dynamic web pages. PHP is executed on the server side while JavaScript runs on the client side. You can use PHP to generate JavaScript code dynamically and output it into the HTML. They asked me connect, how do you make database connection? So I said dollar server name is equal to localhost, username, whatever username you have, default is root, password is null, then dollar $db is your database name, then dollar connection equal to new MySQLi, server name, username, password, and DB name. So four variables we keep inside the new MySQLi function. Then if connection connect error, connection failed, or otherwise echo connected successfully. And in the final statement you have to close the connection, con on close. Okay. Also, so this was the connection. They asked me command line PHP run, how do you use the command line to run a PHP script? So I said directly we can use a PHP script example.php, then we can create a file example.php, echo hello command line, and then run this one. First you have to use the PHP and then file name with extension .php. So PHP example.php. So two times you have to use PHP, so you can remember it. Then they asked me persistent connection. I said a persistent connection is a database connection that does not close after the execution of a script. Instead, it remains open and it reused by other scripts, reducing the overhead of establishing a new connection each time. In PHP, persistent connection are enabled using the pconnect method in MySQLi or similar database connection. So how do you use the persistent connection? Let us suppose dollar username. So p colon localhost. So p is the persistent. Then username, normal database connection, password and database. Okay. So same for the dollar connection is equal to new MySQL and then four parameter server name, username, password and DB name. If connection error, die, connection failed, otherwise persistent established connection successfully. So we just have to use the p colon in the server name, we just need p colon localhost. So this is the first method. Second method, we can use the PDO connection. For PDO you can enable persistent connection by setting the PDO double colon attr persistent attribute. So connection, so dollar dsn MySQL colon host equal to local host, then db name my database. Okay, then username root, password this one. So I will make it okay. Okay. So dsn MySQL colon host equal to local host, and in case of the simple persistent we just use the p colon. Here in PDO we are using the MySQL colon host and equal to local host. Okay. Then in the PDO we use a try catch block. So try option PDO attr persistent. So this will create true persistent connection. Okay. Then we will echo it. We will echo like the dollar PDO equal to new PDO. Then four variables dollar dsn username, password and options. Then echo persistent successfully. Otherwise you can throw a catch video exception echo connection failed. Okay, so you have two methods for persistent, simple persistent and PDO. Image type. The image, they asked me the image type function. The image type function is in PHP is used to determine the type of image format that are supported by the current PHP installation based on the available GD libraries. It returns an integer value which is combination of the supported image type represented by constant. Okay, so image type. So the type of the image is like GIF, JPEG, PNG. Okay, so you can use the if dollar you can make a variable dollar support type is equal to image type, then use the if loop supported type and img gif, then gif image are supported. You can use a jpg, png, okay, anything, or wb, mp, whatever you can use. They ask me conditional operation. So if execute a block of code if the execution is true. If else, execute one block if the condition is true, another if false. Else if, check multiple conditions. Switch, check a variable against multiple values and executes in matching case. Ternary operator, a compact version of if else or return a value based on the condition. Like if $age is equal to 15, then we made a we created our dollar status variable, age is greater than 18, question mark, adult and minor. As we have already a variable age is equal to 15, so it will give the output minor. They ask me end if in PHP. The end if keyword is used to close an if statement in PHP when you are using an alternative syntax typically within the HTML code. It provides a way to write cleaner code, especially when mixing PHP and HTML. So they asked me when to use endif. Endif is a particular useful when you have HTML content mixed with HTML. It eliminates the need of the curly braces for conditional structure. Okay, like you have a dollar age equal to 20 variable, then you are using a what do you call HTML, then PHP if age is greater than 18, you are adult, else you are not adult, then you can close the end if. They ask me include versus require. So both include and require are used in PHP to include and evaluate files within a script. So include if the file is not found or cannot be included, PHP will emit a warning and continue executing the script. Require if the file cannot be included, PHP will throw a fatal error and stop the execution of the script. Okay. They asked me object comparison in PHP. Double equal to and triple equal to. So double equal to operator in PHP is used to compare two values of equality. It checks if the value on both sides are equal without considering the data type. If the values are equal, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Okay. This is the double. In the case of the triple equal to is compares values strictly, meaning both the value and the type must be identical or data type must be identical. So in summary or in the bottom line, the double operator compare only values and ignore the data type. It performs type conversion to compare different types, which can sometimes lead to unexpected result. Okay, in double, when you care only about values, and then you can use the double equal to. In the case of triple equal to, when both values and data type you want to match. How height of image function in PHP. So there is a function called get image size. Okay, so if it's 0 means width, 1 means height, 2 means image type, 3 means string containing HTML image, 4 means image with depth. So 0 is for the width and 1 for the height. Okay, so for height we are using 1 and for width we are using 0. So these all question asked by the company name called the Key Marketing Company, and this company was located in New Delhi, and the interview date was the 7th January 2023. I will share more questions of my interview. Till then, bye.